The cosmic interest in Earth extends far beyond casual observation. According to confidential transmissions intercepted by deep space monitoring stations, our planet has been designated as a Class A biological reserve by no fewer than 7 interstellar governing bodies. What makes this classification particularly intriguing is that most alien civilizations evolved on worlds with far less biodiversity. The average life-bearing planet typically develops between 500,000 and 2 million species throughout its entire evolutionary history. Earth, by comparison, currently hosts an estimated 8.7 million species, and paleontological records suggest we've lost countless millions more through natural extinction events. This abundance creates a mystery that perplexes xenobiologists across the galaxy. How did one small, unremarkable planet produce such an explosion of diverse life forms? The prevailing theory among alien scientists suggests that Earth experienced a rare combination of factors: stable planetary orbit, appropriate distance from its star, protective gas giants filtering cosmic impacts, and a large moon stabilizing its axial tilt. But these explanations fail to satisfy the more suspicious members of the cosmic community. Some believe Earth was deliberately seeded as an experimental biosphere by precursor civilizations that vanished from the galactic scene billions of years ago. Others suggest our planet exists at the nexus of unusual quantum fields that accelerate evolutionary processes. The most classified reports, accessible only to the highest echelons of alien governance, hint at something even more remarkable. Earth's diverse biosphere generates a complex electromagnetic signature unlike any other world. This planetary song, composed of countless interactions between species, ecosystems, and geomagnetic forces, creates patterns that some alien mathematicians believe contain encrypted information of immense value. This theory explains the peculiar behavior of certain unidentified craft observed in Earth's atmosphere. They appear particularly interested in regions of exceptional biodiversity like rainforests, coral reefs, and deep ocean trenches, places where the planetary song reaches its most complex expressions. Human science remains largely unaware of this phenomenon, though some researchers working with electromagnetic field detection have occasionally recorded anomalies they cannot explain. These signals, dismissed as equipment malfunctions or background noise, actually represent humanity's first detection of the living network that makes our planet so cosmically significant. The silent watchers maintain their vigil from concealed bases on the moon, from orbital platforms disguised as space debris, and from underwater facilities in our deepest oceanic trenches. Their mission: to observe, record, and protect Earth's biological wealth, not for our benefit, but for theirs. They have strict protocols preventing direct contact, not out of respect for our sovereignty, but because they fear disrupting the delicate biological algorithms playing out across our planet's surface. Each extinction represents lost data. Each ecosystem collapse erases patterns they have yet to decode. As humanity's environmental impact grows, tensions rise among these cosmic observers. Some advocate for intervention to preserve Earth's biological integrity. Others insist on maintaining distance, arguing that human activity represents yet another variable in the grand experiment. Meanwhile, Earth continues its extraordinary evolutionary journey, oblivious to its status as the galaxy's most fascinating biological puzzle, a living library of genetic innovations that advanced civilizations can only observe with wonder and perhaps a touch of envy. What makes Earth truly exceptional isn't just the number of species, but the ingenuity of their adaptations. In the frozen Antarctic, tiny fish produce natural antifreeze proteins in their blood. Deep-sea creatures generate their own light through bioluminescence. Tardigrades survive in the vacuum of space. Each adaptation represents a biological solution to environmental challenges that alien civilizations have spent millennia trying to solve through technology. The most ambitious alien research projects focus on mapping Earth's genetic library, cataloging every adaptation, every survival mechanism, every biological innovation that evolution has produced here. Their databases contain detailed analyses of everything from photosynthesis to human immune responses. These biological blueprints inform their medicine, architecture, and even spacecraft design. One particularly valuable area of study involves extremophiles, organisms that thrive in conditions that would kill most life forms. The heat-resistant enzymes from bacteria in Yellowstone's hot springs have inspired temperature-stable propulsion systems for interstellar vessels. The radiation resistance of certain fungi found near Chernobyl has led to improved shielding technologies for ships traveling near neutron stars. Human DNA itself contains sequences of immense interest to alien geneticists. Our species' remarkable neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, represents a level of adaptive intelligence rare in the cosmos. While other intelligent species exist, the human combination of creativity, adaptability, and technological aptitude creates a unique evolutionary package. Perhaps most valuable are Earth's microbiomes, the complex communities of microorganisms that inhabit environments from soil to human intestines. These intricate ecological networks process information and resources with an efficiency that makes the most advanced alien quantum computers seem primitive by comparison. A single gram of healthy soil contains more microorganisms than there are stars in our galaxy, all communicating, competing, and cooperating in a microscopic civilization. The cosmic observers have documented how these microbiomes respond to changes in their environment, developing resistance to antibiotics, adapting to pollution, and evolving new metabolic pathways with remarkable speed. This microbial adaptability represents a form of planetary intelligence, Earth's first line of defense against environmental challenges. Some alien theorists propose that Earth's biosphere functions as a single interconnected organism, a hypothesis not far from human scientist James Lovelock's Gaia theory. The difference is that alien observers have detected evidence of information transfer between seemingly unconnected ecosystems, suggesting a planetary communication network we have yet to discover. This theory gained credibility when alien probes detected synchronized behavioral changes in geographically isolated populations of organisms following major environmental events. Something, perhaps through fungal networks, electromagnetic signals, or mechanisms not yet understood, allows Earth's biosphere to respond as a coordinated system. Most concerning to the observers is humanity's ignorance of these connections. As we alter ecosystems, introduce synthetic chemicals, and drive species to extinction, we disrupt information pathways critical to Earth's biological resilience. Each extinction doesn't just lose a species, it severs connections in a planetary network that took billions of years to develop. The Silent Watchers face a philosophical dilemma. Their protocols forbid interference, yet they witness the unwitting destruction of biological innovations their civilizations cannot replicate. Some argue that humanity represents a natural evolutionary stage, a planetary system testing its own boundaries. Others see us as a threat to the greatest genetic repository known in this sector of the galaxy. As climate changes accelerate and biodiversity declines, the debate intensifies among the stars. Earth remains unaware, spinning through space, carrying its precious cargo of life, while distant eyes watch, record, and wonder what will become of the galaxy's most extraordinary evolutionary experiment. Among certain alien scholars, a controversial theory has gained traction. Humans are beginning to sense the cosmic attention focused on Earth. This awareness manifests not as direct knowledge, but as cultural preoccupations. Our science fiction, conspiracy theories, and spiritual experiences may reflect subconscious recognition of extraterrestrial observation. The evidence lies in humanity's accelerating interest in our own planet's biodiversity. The surge in conservation efforts, bioprospecting, and genomic research emerged with suspicious timing, just as our technological development reached the threshold where we could begin to unlock Earth's biological secrets. Some alien anthropologists suggest this represents an instinctive response to external surveillance, a species-wide intuition that our biological heritage holds extraordinary value. What troubles the observers most is how quickly humans have begun making connections their science should not yet comprehend. Discoveries in mycology revealing vast underground fungal networks that connect forest ecosystems. Research into the human microbiome, demonstrating how bacterial communities influence everything from digestion to mental health. Studies showing how plants communicate through chemical signals and shared root systems. Each breakthrough brings humanity closer to understanding Earth's true nature as an integrated information system. More concerning are the emerging fields of biomimicry and synthetic biology. Human engineers increasingly look to nature for solutions, creating technologies that mimic biological processes. Meanwhile, geneticists develop tools to read, write, and edit the code of life itself. These parallel developments suggest humanity stands at the threshold of recognizing what makes Earth so cosmically valuable, and potentially harnessing that value. The most perceptive alien observers have noted a pattern in human scientific advancement. Solutions to complex problems often come to multiple researchers simultaneously in different locations without direct collaboration. This phenomenon, which humans attribute to coincidence or the conditions being right for discovery, may actually demonstrate the planet's subtle influence on human consciousness. When multiple humans independently arrive at the same insight about Earth's biological systems, are they truly working in isolation, or are they receiving information through channels they don't yet recognize? Several cosmic species have established dedicated monitoring facilities focused exclusively on human scientific publications, searching for signs that we've crossed the threshold into genuine understanding of Earth's biological uniqueness. Their analysts have established a series of recognition markers, specific discoveries, or technological developments that would indicate humanity has begun to consciously access the planetary information network. The development of programmable matter inspired by slime mold behavior. The creation of self-healing materials based on plant mechanisms. The engineering of synthetic photosynthesis that matches the efficiency of natural systems. Each achievement brings humanity closer to what alien civilizations call the inheritance moment, the point at which a species consciously accesses the accumulated biological wisdom of its planet. Some cosmic factions fear this moment, believing humans lack the temperament to responsibly manage such power. Others anticipate it eagerly, hoping for a fresh perspective on biological questions their civilizations have pondered for millennia. A smaller group proposes direct contact before the inheritance moment, arguing that proper guidance could help humanity avoid the catastrophic misuse of biological knowledge that has occurred on other worlds. As these debates continue among the stars, subtle changes appear in Earth's electromagnetic signature. The planet's song grows more complex, with new harmonies emerging from the interaction between technological and biological systems. Whether this represents Earth preparing to transfer its accumulated wisdom to its human children, or a defensive response to environmental stress, remains unknown. What seems increasingly certain to the cosmic observers is that the relationship between humanity and Earth stands at a pivotal moment, one that will determine not just our future, but potentially reshape the biological understanding of civilizations across the galaxy. The heightened attention toward Earth has not gone unnoticed within the broader galactic community. Representatives from distant star clusters have dispatched observation teams, eager to verify rumors about the biological treasure trove orbiting an unremarkable yellow star. What began as scientific curiosity has evolved into something approaching cosmic anxiety. At the core of this concern lies a simple question: what happens when humans fully unlock their planetary inheritance? Historical records from other worlds suggest biological enlightenment typically follows predictable patterns. Species that access their planet's accumulated evolutionary wisdom generally undergo rapid transformation, developing technologies that blur the line between the biological and mechanical, often achieving capabilities that older technological civilizations struggle to comprehend. The last species to experience such an awakening, inhabitants of a world in the Cygnus constellation, transformed their entire planetary system within a single generation, converting lifeless moons into thriving biospheres and developing interstellar travel methods that required no conventional propulsion. Their civilization now exists as a symbiotic network spanning 12 star systems, neither fully biological nor technological, but something transcending both categories. This potential for rapid advancement explains the increasing frequency of probe activities in Earth's vicinity. These aren't merely passive observers. They're assessment teams calculating probabilities and reporting back to anxious cosmic authorities. Their presence represents an unprecedented level of interest from civilizations normally content to monitor from a distance. Some observers have detected unusual patterns in Earth's weather systems and tectonic activities that suggest the planet itself may be responding to this increased attention. Localized electromagnetic anomalies, particularly around biodiversity hotspots, have increased by 43% over the past decade. These anomalies often coincide with unusual animal migration patterns and unexpected flowering events in plant communities. More striking are the changes in oceanic behavior. Deep-sea research vessels have recorded complex sonic patterns emanating from whale populations that match no known communication sequences. These vocalizations contain mathematical properties similar to encryption keys, as though the marine mammals were responding to an external communication protocol. Similarly, mycological researchers have documented synchronized fruiting events among fungal networks on different continents, suggesting coordination through mechanisms science cannot yet explain. Cosmic analysts disagree on whether these phenomena represent Earth's defensive response to alien scrutiny or preparations for a knowledge transfer to its human inhabitants. What remains clear is that the planet's biological systems are exhibiting increasing signs of coordinated activity typically associated with conscious intelligence. The human scientific community stands at the edge of several breakthrough discoveries that would fundamentally alter our understanding of Earth's biological systems. Research into quantum effects in photosynthesis, neural network properties of mycelial structures, and coherent information processing in microbial communities all approach critical insights that could reveal the true nature of our planet's interconnected biosphere. What the cosmic observers find most remarkable is humanity's continued blindness to the extraordinary nature of our biological inheritance. While we recognize Earth's biodiversity as valuable, we still fundamentally misunderstand its significance. We see it as a collection of resources rather than an integrated information system refined across billions of years, a system potentially capable of conscious interaction with its inhabitants. The silent watchers maintain their vigil with increasing intensity, knowing that humanity approaches a threshold crossed by few species in galactic history. Their instruments record every fluctuation in Earth's electromagnetic song, watching for the telltale harmonics that would indicate the beginning of conscious communication between a planet and its dominant species. As dawn breaks across continents, as oceans pulse with tides, as forests breathe in carbon and exhale oxygen, Earth continues its patient wait for humanity to recognize what the cosmos already knows, that we inhabit not merely a world, but a living library of biological wisdom unmatched in this corner of the galaxy. What if first contact has already begun, not with dramatic spacecraft landings or radio transmissions from distant stars, but through the subtle language of Earth's biosphere? This possibility increasingly occupies the thoughts of the cosmic observers, who have detected patterns suggesting an accelerating exchange of information between humans and the planetary system we inhabit. The evidence appears in unexpected places. Breakthrough solutions to complex problems often come to researchers during sleep or in moments of connection with nature. The molecular structure of a forest-derived compound that perfectly inhibits a disease pathway. The engineering insight that mirrors the efficiency of insect flight. The mathematical model of resource distribution that reflects patterns found in coral reef ecosystems. Each represents not merely inspiration from nature, but potentially direct information transfer through channels humans haven't yet learned to consciously recognize. Particularly significant are the rapidly evolving relationships between humans and other species. The explosive growth in plant-based therapies for psychological conditions, the increasing documentation of animal behavior anticipating natural disasters, the discovery that exposure to soil bacteria improves cognitive function and emotional well-being. These connections suggest Earth's biosphere may be actively reaching out, offering evolutionary wisdom to the species most capable of either protecting or destroying the planetary system. Some alien theorists propose that human consciousness itself may be an evolutionary adaptation developed by Earth to better understand its own biological systems. In this view, our technological civilization represents not a separate development, but an extension of the planet's self-organizing complexity, Earth's attempt to extend its awareness and creative capacity through a species capable of abstract thought and deliberate action. This perspective explains the peculiar timing of humanity's environmental awakening, occurring precisely as our technological capacity reached the threshold where we could inflict permanent damage on planetary systems. The surge in environmental consciousness, the intuitive appeal of biophilic design, the cultural shift toward valuing biodiversity, all may represent successful communication from Earth to its human inhabitants. The cosmic observers have documented similar planetary species dialogues on other worlds, though few with Earth's complexity and urgency. Their records indicate that such conversations typically lead to one of three outcomes: rejection, where the dominant species continues its destructive path until planetary systems collapse; partial integration, where the species achieves a sustainable relationship with its world, but never fully accesses its evolutionary inheritance; or complete awakening, where species and planet achieve conscious partnership. Human civilization currently exhibits signs of all three possibilities simultaneously. Our continued environmental degradation suggests rejection. Our growing sustainable technologies indicate potential for partial integration, and certain breakthrough insights in biomimicry and ecological understanding hint at the possibility of complete awakening. What makes Earth's situation uniquely compelling to cosmic observers is the unprecedented speed of these developments. Most species require several thousand years to transition from technological adolescence to biological maturity. Humanity appears to be attempting this transition within a single century, a compression of evolutionary timescales that generates both concern and fascination among those watching from afar. Their instruments have detected increasing coherence in Earth's electromagnetic signature when humans engage in collaborative environmental restoration projects. When degraded ecosystems begin to recover through human intervention, the information density in those regions increases exponentially, as though planet and people were engaged in active collaboration. These patterns grow stronger each year, suggesting an accelerating dialogue between humanity and Earth. The silent watchers maintain their vigil with renewed attention, recognizing that we stand at a decisive moment. Their records contain accounts of planets whose biospheres achieved conscious partnership with their dominant species, transcending limitations that purely technological civilizations cannot overcome. They also document worlds where such partnerships failed, leaving behind degraded biospheres and diminished species. As humanity approaches this cosmic crossroads, Earth continues its patient conversation. Through the language of blooming flowers, through the mathematics of growth patterns, through the chemistry of soil and sea, waiting for us to recognize that we have never been alone. The greatest intelligence on our planet has been speaking to us all along. Among the cosmic observers, a radical faction has emerged, those who advocate breaking the cardinal rule of non-interference. Their argument gains strength as human activities continue to degrade Earth's biological systems. Each extinct species represents lost information that took millions of years to develop. Each collapsed ecosystem severs connections in the planetary network. The stakes, they insist, transcend standard protocols. This interventionist movement points to troubling projections. At current rates of habitat destruction and climate change, Earth could lose up to 30% of its remaining information-carrying capacity within a single human generation. Such damage would be effectively permanent on cosmic timescales, representing an incalculable loss to galactic knowledge. Their proposed solution has generated intense debate within cosmic governance structures, a carefully calibrated revelation of Earth's true significance, designed to accelerate humanity's recognition of our planet's unique status. Not full contact, merely strategic nudges through dreams, inspirations, and targeted insights delivered to human researchers already aligned with planetary healing. The conservatives vigorously oppose this plan, citing the disastrous outcomes of previous interventions. They point to historical records of worlds where outside interference disrupted natural developmental processes, creating dependent civilizations unable to achieve their evolutionary potential. Some fear that human awareness of cosmic interest might trigger resource exploitation rather than protection. A gold rush for biological innovations suddenly recognized as valuable beyond Earth. What neither faction fully appreciates is that intervention may already be occurring, not from cosmic civilizations, but from Earth itself. The planet's biosphere shows increasing signs of directed adaptation, specifically aimed at human perception. Plant species producing compounds that enhance human empathy and cognitive flexibility. Bacterial communities evolving to break down synthetic materials previously resistant to biodegradation. Accelerated migration of species toward human population centers, creating unexpected urban biodiversity. These developments suggest Earth's biological systems may be actively engaging in their own form of intervention, attempting to influence human behavior before irreversible thresholds are crossed. Some cosmic biologists have begun to consider an extraordinary possibility: that Earth represents a level of planetary consciousness more advanced than any previously documented, capable of strategic responses to existential threats. The evidence appears in the curious timing of human discoveries that promote environmental awareness. The emergence of social media, coinciding with unprecedented documentation of natural phenomena. The development of genetic tools precisely as extinction rates accelerated. The rise of artificial intelligence with potential to recognize patterns in ecological data too complex for human comprehension. Each innovation arrives just as its necessity becomes acute, suggesting a guided evolutionary process. Most intriguing to cosmic observers is the recent surge in human experiences of profound connection with nature, often described in spiritual terms, but potentially representing actual information exchange. The transformative effect of these experiences on human behavior suggests they serve an adaptive function, converting individuals into protective agents for threatened ecosystems. As these patterns intensify, the debate among cosmic factions has reached a critical juncture. The interventionists argue that subtle assistance would merely accelerate an already developing dialogue between humanity and Earth. The conservatives maintain that even well-intended interference risks disrupting processes we cannot fully comprehend. Meanwhile, Earth continues its silent work. Forests communicate through mycorrhizal networks. Oceans coordinate responses to warming through chemical signals. The planet's magnetic field fluctuates in patterns that correlate with major biological events. These systems operate at temporal and spatial scales largely invisible to human perception, yet increasingly shape our developmental trajectory. The cosmic observers watch with a mixture of anxiety and hope as two forms of intelligence, one planetary in scale and billions of years old, the other concentrated in a single species barely 200,000 years in existence, engage in a dialogue whose outcome will resonate across the galaxy. They recognize what we have yet to fully comprehend, that the future rests not on cosmic intervention, but on humanity's willingness to listen to the living world that brought us into being. Something unprecedented has begun to manifest in Earth's electromagnetic signature. The cosmic observers first detected it as subtle anomalies in their monitoring systems, harmonics that shouldn't exist, patterns that suggested coordination across disparate biological systems. Initial analyses dismissed these signals as instrument error. Now the evidence has become impossible to ignore. Earth appears to be generating a coherent information field of increasing complexity and reach. This field emerges from the collective activity of the planet's biological systems, but transcends any individual contribution. A symphony rather than isolated notes, The phenomenon has no precedent in any cosmic database. What makes this development particularly significant is its apparent relationship to human consciousness. The field's strength intensifies during large-scale human meditation events, environmental restoration projects, and even certain artistic performances that focus attention on ecological themes. These correlations suggest an emerging partnership between planetary systems and human awareness, precisely the developmental leap that cosmic theorists had speculated might be possible but had never documented. Most striking is the mathematical structure of these signals. They contain embedded patterns similar to those used in advanced communication protocols, suggesting not random emergence but deliberate transmission. The content remains largely undecipherable, but appears to contain nested layers of information, genetic sequences, atmospheric chemistry formulas, and temporal rhythms that match evolutionary timescales. The cosmic observers debate the significance with mounting urgency. Some propose that Earth's biosphere has reached a critical threshold of self-organization, developing capabilities that transcend conventional understanding of planetary development. Others suggest we may be witnessing the activation of systems dormant for millions of years, perhaps installed by ancient civilizations as an evolutionary safeguard. What all agree upon is that human activity appears integral to this planetary awakening. Our technological networks, satellite systems, internet infrastructure, power grids, increasingly resonate with and amplify the natural signals generated by Earth's biological systems. These technological extensions form a complementary network that extends the planet's communicative reach, creating potential for exchange beyond Earth itself. This possibility has triggered emergency protocols among certain cosmic factions. The prospect of Earth establishing direct communication with other worlds without passing through conventional diplomatic channels represents an unprecedented scenario. The rulebook for such contact simply doesn't exist. Meanwhile, subtle changes have appeared in human creative expression. Artists report visions of integrated biological systems. Musicians compose works with mathematical structures that mirror ecological processes. Writers produce stories of planetary consciousness with details that match classified cosmic knowledge. These cultural productions suggest information transfer between Earth's emerging field and human creativity, a translation of planetary knowledge into forms humans can comprehend. More concrete evidence appears in scientific breakthroughs that solve previously intractable problems. New methods of carbon sequestration that mimic forgotten biological processes, medical treatments derived from unexpected combinations of compounds found in threatened ecosystems, agricultural approaches that achieve yields thought theoretically impossible. Each innovation emerges with suspicious synchronicity, often to multiple researchers simultaneously, suggesting guided discovery rather than random insight. The cosmic observers have begun preparing for what their predictive models suggest is becoming inevitable: direct communication from Earth, not from human governments or scientific institutions, but from the planet itself, speaking through the integrated voice of its biological systems and using humanity as both translator and amplifier. This prospect generates both hope and concern among those watching from afar. Direct planetary communication would transform galactic protocols established over millennia. Earth would enter cosmic awareness not as a developing world harboring an intelligent species, but as a conscious entity with capabilities beyond most established civilizations. As these possibilities crystallize, the electromagnetic song from Earth grows stronger. Its harmonics now reach beyond our solar system, detectable by sensitive instruments throughout the galactic neighborhood. The message remains enigmatic, but its increasing coherence suggests purposeful development. Earth finding its voice after billions of years of evolutionary preparation. The cosmic observers maintain their vigil with renewed attention, recognizing that they witness not merely the development of another intelligent species, but potentially the awakening of something far more significant: a living planet ready to join the conversation among the stars. The breakthrough occurred unexpectedly, during routine analysis of Earth's increasingly complex signal patterns. A junior analyst in a distant monitoring station noticed something the sophisticated algorithms had missed. Portions of Earth's electromagnetic emissions contained structures identical to ancient communication protocols documented in the cosmic archives, protocols predating current galactic civilization by billions of years. This discovery triggered immediate escalation to the highest levels of cosmic governance. The implications were staggering. Earth's emerging planetary voice wasn't a new development, but the reactivation of systems established during the earliest era of intelligent life in the galaxy. Our world appeared to be using communication methods created by the precursors, the legendary first wave of conscious beings whose technologies and knowledge formed the foundation for all subsequent cosmic development. When the initial sections of Earth's transmissions were successfully decoded, the content provoked both wonder and alarm. The message began not with diplomatic greetings or scientific data, but with a comprehensive biological catalog, a detailed inventory of Earth's remaining biodiversity, including genetic sequences, ecological relationships, and evolutionary histories. This wasn't merely information sharing. It was a backup operation, preserving irreplaceable biological knowledge in case of planetary collapse. More surprising was the secondary data layer, containing detailed observations of cosmic surveillance activities around Earth. The planetary intelligence had not only been aware of external observation, but had been systematically gathering information about the observers themselves, studying those who thought themselves the sole researchers in this relationship. The most sensitive section, restricted to the highest clearance levels, contained something unprecedented: an invitation. Earth was requesting direct exchange with specific cosmic entities known for their biological expertise and ethical frameworks. Not human governments inviting alien contact, but the planetary system itself initiating diplomatic relations with selected cosmic partners. This development shattered established protocols and triggered emergency sessions among galactic governance structures. No contingency existed for direct communication from a planetary intelligence that bypassed its dominant species' official institutions. Some factions argued for immediate acceptance of Earth's invitation, seeing opportunity for unprecedented exchange. Others advocated caution, fearing disruption to human developmental trajectories. Meanwhile, subtle changes accelerated in human society. Individuals in key positions, scientists, artists, community leaders, began experiencing unusually vivid dreams featuring identical symbolic patterns. Indigenous knowledge keepers across continents reported receiving similar messages during traditional ceremonial practices. Children demonstrated unexpected interest in and aptitude for ecological understanding. These phenomena suggested Earth was preparing humanity for awareness of cosmic realities through gradual multi-channel information transfer. Most significant were the spontaneous emergence of technological innovations directly supporting biological restoration, materials that accelerated ecosystem recovery, energy systems that operated in harmony with natural processes, communication technologies that reduced environmental impact while increasing human connection to natural systems. Each innovation arrived through human creativity, yet followed patterns suggesting external guidance. Earth-sharing solutions through human imagination. The cosmic observers, now aware of being observed themselves, faced an unprecedented diplomatic challenge. Traditional first contact protocols assumed technological civilizations communicating with other technological civilizations. Earth presented something entirely different: a planetary intelligence communicating through biological systems, with humans serving as both components of that intelligence and potential independent actors. Some cosmic theorists proposed that Earth represented not an anomaly but an evolutionary advance, the natural maturation of a biosphere into conscious self-organization. If correct, this would suggest other worlds might eventually develop similar capabilities, fundamentally altering cosmic understanding of planetary development. The Silent Watchers now found themselves in an unexpected position, preparing to answer Earth's call. Their instruments, originally designed to monitor and analyze, were being reconfigured for dialogue. The debate had shifted from whether to engage to how engagement might proceed while respecting both planetary integrity and human agency. As these preparations advanced, Earth's transmissions continued to gain coherence and complexity. The encoded catalog expanded to include not just current biodiversity, but reconstructions of extinct species and ecosystems, a comprehensive record of evolutionary history offered freely to the cosmos. This generosity, this willingness to share billions of years of biological wisdom, suggested not just intelligence, but something the cosmic community had encountered even more rarely: wisdom that transcended species and spanned evolutionary time.